So I guess the question now is, what can we learn from Adin Ross as someone who successfully dropships? Yeah, trust me, I'd never thought I'd be asking that on this channel either. In fact, hundreds and hundreds of creators around the world have achieved the success of going viral on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, just like how Adin did. And because of this, they've all been able to cash out a bag. I'm talking about big time, baby. So the question now is, how and what can we exactly learn from it? Well, I guess that's kind of two questions. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll be able to implement this simple strategy for your Shopify dropshipping store, and potentially you'll be able to reach that next level over time for your business. All right, so let's not beat around the bush. Adin Ross was successfully able to, onboard the Andrew Tate hype train, and by doing so, he was able to generate millions of dollars very, very quickly. So let's watch this clip over here to then talk about his genius marketing mind.
Got you a gift. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Don't worry, if he tries anything, Mrs. Security's not around.
He's not even here. Okay, you don't have to close your eyes. It's okay. I will make you. All right. It's a shirt. Da 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 da. It's us.
I did actually like the shirt when I saw it on you.
Okay.
So I appreciate the gift. Thank you very much.
My guy.
Thank you, friend. Thank you.
Yes. Put it on.
Come on.
Come on. I got in your size and everything. Try it on.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not going to put it on.
You're not going to put it on?
You know what
Not
I'm going to
now.
use it for tonight?
Maybe at some point in the future. Maybe when we stream together, we could both wear our shirts.
All right, so we can see that Adin is very obviously selling merch, right? Apparel, clothing, which is technically not dropshipping, but it's something very similar, okay? It's called print on demand. Regardless, it's still within e-commerce. He's still selling something online. So the interesting thing here is that usually when there's a CTA, a call to action anytime during a video, there's a significant drop in retention. Meaning around the same time that call to action about merch or any other selling point is being mentioned, usually people stop watching or people simply just skip past that point. This, as a result, decreases watch time, of course, and for any algorithm on any social media platform, this is not good. I mean, let's look at the simplest example, right? You're recording a TikTok for your dropshipping product, right? In attempts for the video to go viral. And within the first half of the video, you mention something like click in our bio to get yours. It's almost guaranteed that that person will click off, or at least there's a very, very high chance that they will do so. Going back to the clip of Adin giving the shirt to Andrew, we can see that he mentions it during the end of the video. And in fact, if we put our cursor on the red bar, you can see that the retention is actually higher when he is mentioning it. This means two things. The first one is that he knew his audience and when a specific portion of his video will be watched the most. And number two, the moment was so good that the call to action didn't even matter. It flowed in naturally, was seamless without disrupting anything for the viewer. He didn't really force the merch on anyone, right? I mean, people don't like being forced in general. Just think about it logically. He simply just put it on the screen, right? So it's almost like a tap instead of a push. And y'all can also see that he did, in fact, of course, put the link in the description, and what do you know? The merch is sold out. So what we can take away here, just right off the surface, is combining a good clip and a good CTA, call to action, absolutely works the best. And usually, this is during the later half of any video or any segment, because by this time, the viewer usually gains context and is attached to what's happening within that clip, within that video. This subconsciously gives that potential customer, that viewer, time to process and digest. And when the time is right, boom, they can pull that trigger. Pull that trigger to, completing whatever the call to action is. In this case, it was buying Adin Ross's merch. The second thing I want to mention, and this is so important even in marketing, so hear me out when I say this, is that Adin is so good at, creating controversy, right? I promise you guys, he is not an idiot. He exactly knows what he's doing, and he's almost playing into a role, you can say. Yes, playing into a role. Adin basically had this genius genius marketing idea very recently to kind of, put into its second phase. We, meaning the internet, always knew Adin as someone who's dorky, lame, someone who doesn't get girls, yada, yada, yada. Now being in touch with, Andrew Tate, the top G, he wants to kind of transform himself, right? Working out, getting girls, just being the alpha male in general. So let me show y'all some clips so you can basically see what Adin is doing right now, right? He's playing into this whole other role now that's growing from his previous one.
Baldness has nothing to do with the Tate bet or deal.
Tate putting it into my head, my mental, that like, hey, like he made me really believe like you need to be the best version of yourself. You have so many people who watch you on a daily basis, and you have people that really are studying what's going on with you and everything on the internet. And if you show your viewers that you're changing and following things you're saying, making promises and following through, then it's going to change the way your viewers look at you and the way your viewers also treat themselves and live their life, which is true.
Have you thought about this prior to having that exchange with Tate? Like, have you ever thought about this prior? Were you ever thinking like this?
Nah, I wasn't, bro. To be honest, I'm very comfortable.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Some more. Come on.
On top of that, you've probably seen some clips of Adin just acting gay or just being sus in general. Obviously, he's doing this on purpose, right? He's just creating attention. He's arousing people in such a way. Remember, at the end of the day, these social media platforms, ladies and gents, are for entertainment and nothing else but entertainment. I mean, there's literally a compilation of him regarding these moments, and it almost sits at 8 million views. So people are adhering to him and people enjoy it, quite frankly. There's actually an old saying, and it goes something like, any attention is good attention. So just let that sink in. So following up from my last point, yes, Adin is indeed acting like this on purpose. He's sparking up, beef and conflict in the comment section and even beyond that. And what do you know? Engagement is one of the biggest factors, one of the biggest variants that makes a video go viral. He knew that a lot of these videos, were going to get clipped up, chopped up, and reposted on other social media platforms. So again, that as a result would just create more and more awareness seamlessly for him. So yeah, I mean, eventually this just all turns into a snowball effect. Now, do you see the pattern between him and Andrew Tate? You guys should be doing something very, very similar for your Shopify dropshipping store, for your e-commerce brand, for your online storefront, whatever it really may be. Work on creating that consistent image of how your product, how your brand should be portrayed in front of people. Have that voice being carried out with all of your content, with all of your paid ads even. Not to mention, especially if you are doing TikTok organic, where your main goal is to go viral, in fact. And, as a result, bring free traffic and free sales, free awareness to your Shopify store. So, what I'm saying is get out of your comfort zone, be unique, be funny. Normal, mundane shit just doesn't really work anymore, to be frank. Stuff like that just doesn't trigger those conversations getting started in the comment section, which is what you do want to do, in fact. For example, look at this TikTok right over here for this dropshipping product. There's a reason why it got over 13 million views, and probably generated, if I had to guess, very, very educated guess, probably generated multiple 5 figures in sales. Out of the ordinary and controversial, but they also don't give away the product right away, right? At least in the first half of the video. You want to kind of create that suspense, right? And that is what people live for. What's next? That aha moment. And what do you know? Because of this, it kind of reels in that viewer super effortlessly, and sometimes the call to action doesn't even have to be put towards the end. And obviously, know your limits, guys, right? Don't overdo anything crazy. At the end of the day, you don't want to have a negative brand image being portrayed, and you don't want to get booted off any social media platform either. I mean, look at Adin. He exactly knows when to say, what to say, how to say it, and more importantly, where to stop. He really knows that fine line. So let's look at another example, because at the end of the day, this is how you're going to learn and implement, okay? Let's say you're recording an organic dropshipping video for a product, a foot product in specific, realistic. And during your video, just for a split second, you show a foot or your foot, a foot that is hairy, maybe with large toenails or, you know, unclipped toenails or something like that. You know, this is going to get the conversation rolling. Exactly what y'all want. People like to feel smart. Remember that. So right away, someone's going to comment and, for example, say that, ew, did you see his feet? Or ew, did you see those toes? Or something like that. Obviously, this is just a hypothetical, but very, very realistic example. A lot of TikToks also known to go super mega viral also have, you know, misspelled words and bad grammar on purpose. The creator wants people to comment and point that exact flaw out, even though if it's a minute flaw during the video. Again, people like to be in control and people like to feel smart. Again, it gives people control, and inevitably that TikTok will go viral because of the retention and the watch time, right? And on top of that, the engagement, right? People are going to be commenting about how a word or multiple words are misspelled on purpose. Again, this gives people that control, and inevitably that TikTok will certainly go viral because of the engagement. You know, people will point out on how a certain word is spelled incorrectly, and, you know, naturally the retention, the watch time of that video will go up. Hey man, all I'm saying is that we gotta give Adin some credit, right? At least I'm giving him some credit. There's no doubt about that. You know, he's really letting his ego let low here. If you guys want to know on how to go viral on TikTok, or, you know, how to pick out the right product to do so with, and all other things dropshipping, feel free to schedule a one-on-one growth call with myself, where I can get to know a little bit more about yourself, your business, so on and so forth. The link to that will be in the description down below. I only take a handful of calls every single month, so definitely book. The earlier the better, and I'll see you at the table. So fam, I hope this video was interesting, gave some insight, and of course broadened your perspectives. Go out and run with this info, and until the next one, your boy's out. Peace.